Hello Tyne, and welcome to my video. I'm back home for the holidays and I'm going to try and get a lot of videos out for you while I have this time off of work. But today I want to talk about what the best writing platform for fiction authors is. It's really hard to figure out where to start because there's so many different options, there's so many platforms to go on. Nonfiction writers have a specific topic that they're already pursuing. They can blog about it, they can release articles about it and find other ones to share with people. Their email list can be all about their workouts or their meal plan or how to get your life together. And nonfiction writers, though it's definitely not easy to build a platform, have a more organic starting point where they know this is what I write about, this is an easier way for me to distribute it. For fiction writers, it's a little bit different. Our stories can vary across cultures, different characters, different worlds, different time periods, and there might not be even just one genre that we write in. So it's very important to figure out a place where you can express yourself and where readers will not only find you, but be able to find your ideals and want to follow you in the future. My main topic today is going to be Wattpad or Wordpress. Wattpad is a writing app for writers and readers where you can share your stories, people can like them, follow them, read them, and share them. WordPress is a blogging software, or more like a website. By having a blog, it's easy for your readers to find you week after week and follow everything that you're interested in, but not necessarily fall in love with your characters or your story. For people who want to write mostly fiction, it's very easy to build a following on Wattpad if you have some very specific criteria. It has to be something that people search for a lot. So it could be a specific type of romance, it could be a specific type of sci-fi, it could be even just writing fan fiction for an anime or a book that you really enjoyed. Those kinds of things are very frequently searched, very easy to look over and for people to find and like a lot and follow. If you have things that are a little more off the cuff, I have a story about Miko and Kami, which is the person who takes care of the shrine and the god in Japan. Those things aren't very commonly searched for, and so the tags that Wattpad uses don't exactly occur very often, and that story didn't get very far. It's also easy to follow trends on Wattpad. They have a lot of story competitions, and by liking and commenting on other people's work, people can find you. WordPress, on the other hand, has its own internal search engine and also ranks for Google a lot easier than Wattpad does. WordPress is good for authors who have things to say outside of just their world and their characters. A lot of my blog so far has been talking about how I write, how I create characters. And though that's attracted a following, several views a day, several likes a day, a couple of top posts ranking in Google, it doesn't necessarily have the followership of my audience, of new adults, of young adults, of people who will want to be reading the sci-fi and fantasy that I write. So it's a very double-edged sword. You can develop a following, but they might not necessarily buy your book because they aren't following you for your book, they're following you for your information. Whereas on Wattpad, if you write things that are a little bit more stereotypical, you can develop a following, but a lot of your content is free and it's extremely difficult to monetize, if not impossible. The only way I can really think of as monetizing it would be to have links to the ebook version of what you've written, or possibly to a blog, or recommendations of like Amazon affiliate links at the bottom of each of your posts, or maybe even a Patreon. Whereas on WordPress, if you pay for the site, which is an expense to you, which you wouldn't have with Wattpad, then you can monetize it and whatnot. You can also put an email marketing system in place. So it really depends on what kind of platform you're looking to build. Both have their pros and cons. I've been on WordPress since 2015 and Wattpad for just about a year. And with one of my stories on Wattpad, it blew up. It was trending in its section, and only a couple of my long-term blog posts have gotten anywhere, but they're getting reoccurring views, whereas my fiction work is slowly dying off now that I've finished writing the story and I don't have any more to add to it. But I did get a lot of really good feedback for it. So if you think that you're a writer who can manage both platforms, it might be very beneficial for you to try out both. If you are someone who wants to put a little bit more of your personal touch and what's going on in your life, I would definitely recommend blogging and trying to figure out a way to put your stories into your blog, even though those kinds of keywords are really hard to search for in WordPress and rank in Google. If you just want to focus on fiction writing, you have a lot of short stories backed up, a lot of unpublished novels, then Wattpad would be probably a preferred platform for you. I hope this helped you out, and I'm going to try to have another video up later this week, so I'll see you then. Bye-bye! Mom, don't watch me. It makes me very uncomfortable. Mom, are you putting away the dishes?
Sorry.
Are you gonna do it for long?
Nope, done.
Okay, thank you.